Hey, welcome back to more CS News. What is up, peeps? Hope you're all enjoying your day so far. Maybe getting a drink in you, maybe getting some breakfast, but most importantly, enjoying that CS News. We had some hectic stuff drop over the last 24 hours. Some good stuff, some drama, so let's get into it. As I know all of you Ropz lovers are here for the main news of the day, or at least one of the main pieces. I think the other one's actually a bit more exciting, as he has now clarified a clip that we previously posted, that being a FaZe co-founder known as Temper, who had previously stated that Ropz is leaving FaZe for Vitality because he wanted more firepower. Now, I have to actually remove some of the music from this clip, which might mess up the audio just for a little bit. That's thanks to YouTube. But here is Temper and what he had to say about Ropz and why he was leaving FaZe.
Ropz news hurt. Time to get Nico back. Bro, that shit was really fucking devastating to hear. You know? I love Robin, man. I fucking love that kid. Feels wrong to like see him wear anything but a FaZe jersey, but it is what it is, man. You know, like he wanted to play with like a team with more firepower, more capabilities. Like the only way he would have been able, that he would really wanted to stay in FaZe, was if we would have gotten, you know, a high firepower player. And it just was not possible at the time. This, all the roster mania going on right now, and just like contracts not being ended and shit, just making everything pretty fucking hard.
And so, of course, when you have a FaZe founder saying these things live on stream, the CS community is going to clip these things because we want every intricate detail of every trade and transfer out there. It's why I love the counterstrike scene. Everyone catches everything, and so too did Ropz. And he was like, wait a second. That's not what I said. Taking to Twitter to say, regarding the clip from Temper's stream, it is not true. The speculations about the roster and timelines are wrong. The word firepower has not exited my mouth when I have talked to the team or management. I stay professional on and off the server. There hasn't been any drama or falling out with people. I love Tommy and had a few calls with him recently. Every one of us knows this does not portray the truth, which people assume it to be. And so I guess this maybe started some back and forth about maybe particular players that he was referencing. This actually caused a lot of people to say and call out Ropz for, you know, not performing his best, and like he was the loss. It caused a lot of people to say a lot of crazy things out there. So that was him clarifying, hey, I never said that. It does also, him posting this, make people more curious of like, why would Temper say that? You know, why would he go on stream and say that if it wasn't said by Ropz? But I choose to believe Ropz in this instance, and so we will see maybe in the future if they give more details as to why his leave exactly was, because that's what FaZe fans still want to know. They're going to miss their guy, and that's why they're so passionate about these kind of transfers and about these things said. Also, I want to give a quick shout to our esports betting sponsor, that being ThunderPick. I'm not fully sure what our plans are for 2025, but throughout all of 2024, they're the reason that we were able to go to all these events and actually stay in business. So a huge thanks to them, and we'll see what the future holds, and hopefully some more events. But now back to Ropz. It is, of course, Ropz set to go to Vitality, and he says it was not over firepower. Although you could argue both FaZe and Vitality, they still got lots of firepower, and we're going to see who fires harder when they eventually match up this year. And a team they probably will not be matching up against, but they could, because they can now return. Yes, the big news as we slowly approach the 10-year anniversary. Is that not insane? I am so freaking old. The 10-year anniversary of the infamous IBUYPOWER match-fixing incident, and it is actually that team, all of whom were previously banned, set to be unbanned this month. It is now the new date given to us by Steel, and it's actually going to be January 29th, where they will be allowed to play yet again. A lot of eyes are on Steel, a lot of eyes are on Swag, and we'll see if any of the guys do choose to return. It's just, it's crazy that it's been 10 years. Do I have any judgment for those guys after 10 years? No. The fact that even someone like Steel is thinking about playing is amazing to me, and I would be cheering for him. He's done a lot for the North American Counterstrike, and in a recent interview done by NA to Z, I'll link the YouTube video down below, it was actually Josh saying that he has interest. It's probably a far fetch, but he would be interested in an opportunity to play if that opportunity made sense.
So getting that fresh perspective again is kind of cool, and it could be valid for that. But at the same time, it's like, if there is an opportunity, that's kind of what I'm doing. If there's an opportunity for me to play for a bigger team, establish org, if there's a big roster shakeup in North America and there's a really good opportunity and the org wants to build with me in mind as the in-game leader and it's going to be a long-term project and I have certain guarantees, absolutely, I would definitely consider it. But in lieu of all that, like all those conditions, you know, I'm not going to play like ECL with no salary, no org support, no guarantees, and, you know, say, sorry, I know that I have this thing with the broadcast talent and I'm going to put it off again, because it's been too many times where I've forgone other opportunities in the chase of the dream to be a player when it's been not really the best experiences in certain situations. Yes, I've accomplished a lot, but I haven't accomplished what I want to do. And if there's always going to be a roadblock, maybe it's just time to just transition and do the safer, smarter play, which I still enjoy. It's just not the same as competing.
And that would mean, I'll say it, I don't know if this is for sure. I mean, this has got to be one of, if not the only guy ever to serve a 10-year match-fixing sentence in esports and then return to competitive play and still have a chance to be competitive. I don't know, have we ever seen this before? If it does even happen, I'm going to keep my hopes and expectations pretty low, because then if it does happen, it's exciting. But it's insane. Like he's, like he even said later in that interview, he's approaching his mid-30s. You know, he's definitely towards the tail end of his career. Would he have a chance? Would teams have interest? A lot of question marks about this. And I think a lot of other people point their fingers at Brax. You know, would we say anything from Brax? To me, I've always thought like Brax is kind of like a stew, kind of just chilling, you know, waiting to see if anything pops up, doesn't need to do anything. I don't think we'll see Mr. Swag back, and I hope we do. That would be awesome, even for a little NA resurgence for an NA major year. But IBUYPOWER is set to be unbanned this January. We'll be covering it on the day it does happen. And Steel and maybe others have interest to return. Pretty crazy. IBUYPOWER has the ability to do something pretty funny on that day, but we'll see. What do you guys think about it? And then some small little roster tidbit news out there. I'm not going to catch everything because honestly, this is not like the biggest stuff. Fnatic undergoing huge changes. I believe their coach already out of there, and they also, Fnatic have benched Bode. Bode has now also been benched over at Fnatic. They got to go through huge changes, though. Obviously missed the mark. We have not really seen a top Fnatic lineup in a long. It's weird. You talk about 10 years ago, right? You talk about the Jay Wonderchilds when I was first getting to CS. Fnatic then versus Fnatic now, certainly expected changes. Now, one that was also probably expected given the fact they missed the major, but they still had a pretty decent year. That's going to be Eternal Fire, as they have now benched Calyx. They gave him an amazing farewell message. He also responded to that farewell message. These guys have always been very kind of one another when it comes to parting of ways and leaving these thankful messages online. It sucks to see. You know, Calyx been there for a while and a long-standing member of this team, and will be replaced by one of their academy guys, that being Jota or Jota. You guys know me in pronunciations. But apparently a very young and promising talent to replace someone on the older side in Calyx. So hopefully a bump up in the right direction for Eternal Fire, but I wouldn't say all too surprising. And there have been other prospects out there about Heroic's tentative roster I won't dive into today. TSM apparently nearing a finalized roster too in North America. Woo! But it doesn't feature Steel. They had a chance to do something great with Steel, and I think they're going other directions, but we wait to see how that one finalizes too. If I missed anything, my DMs are always open. Thank you all for watching, for commenting, for clicking that subscribe button. Can I convince you? If you hit that sub button, I'm going to finish this coffee today. Yeah? Yeah? Very nice of you to do that. I'll see you guys back here probably tomorrow as more things break in CS News. Thank you all for watching. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you soon.